Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the posting of the colors.
For the land of the
Senator Carrico, Delegate Kilgore, Deputy Secretary Trent, members of the Platform Party and the Henry family, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends. Welcome to the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Today, Donna Price Henry will take the oath of office as our 8th Chancellor. The investiture of a college president is an exciting formal event, a vivid expression of the significance of leadership in the academy. This momentous occasion also provides us the opportunity to reaffirm our shared purpose and commit ourselves anew to the work before us. Our inaugural theme, Minds on Opportunity, Hearts on Service, communicates our belief that lives and hearts are transformed here. As our mission states, the University of Virginia's College at Wise, a public liberal arts institution, provides students with learning experiences that offer opportunities to develop the insight, competence, sensitivity, and integrity for living enriched lives and for enriching the lives of others. That's what we do, and that's who we are. To begin our program this afternoon, and to ground us in this place we call home, please welcome renowned Appalachian poet Morris Manning.
Congratulations, Chancellor Henry. Congratulations to this wonderful college, and congratulations to this region of the country. Reading a book in the woods. The spindly trunks of 2 trees have twisted twice around each other. That is what I see when I look up from reading. I've read the page on the right, then turned to the left-hand page and read. I've read the book all out of order, beginning in the middle. Now, by looking up, I know the book is reading me. And there I am in a middle chapter, whistling and knocking the back of my hand against the motionless fruits of a hawthorn tree, an action that has no consequence unless the lifted hand and the branch left swaying after are symbolic. I could see it that way, but also see how simple it is, how very little is happening. No memory is leaking out, no evident signs of despair. There's sort of a ... at this point in the book. And I don't think the ending offers much more. Maybe the sun goes down and someone whistles in the dark. Or maybe it ends with pale light still visible above the trees, and one has been changed and walks farther into the woods and farther than that. This next poem is dedicated to Loyal Jones, a pioneer of Appalachian studies. I'm very happy that UVa-Wise has recently inaugurated its Appalachian Studies Center. This is called Translation. So I came out of my rainy bower, covered with white petals, dropped from a tree. My people long ago, whose milky eyes I still can see, would have said I had a God's plenty of petals on me. An expression I liked to hear as a boy because I knew it pointed out the obvious only to make it just like that, completely something else. But those people are gone away from the world, so I had to say it myself. The God's plenty of petals that fell when the little rain came down, and I happened to be under the tree. I have no idea what plenty is to God, but it riddles my heart to know that someone thought about it once, probably after a day's work, when he was staring at a lantern or sitting on a porch to watch the stars enumerate themselves and struggling to find the words to catch it all, then finding them.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be with you today for a momentous occasion in the life of this college and this community, as Donna Price Henry is installed as the 8th Chancellor of the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Both UVA and the College at Wise recently completed strategic plans. These plans lay out roadmaps for the futures of our two institutions. If you read the two plans side by side, you will notice that many of the priorities are similar or even identical, including the efforts to build faculty excellence and to enhance the student experience through experiential learning while promoting diversity and affordable access. UVA and the College at Wise share many of the same priorities because we share a sense of purpose and a vision. Our purpose and vision are based on a set of commitments we make as public institutions of higher learning. Commitments to our students, to our communities, and to the Commonwealth of Virginia and its people. Just as we have a shared future, we have a shared past. 60 years ago, local residents convinced officials at UVA to open a branch campus here in Southwest Virginia. Clinch Valley College, later renamed UVA's College at Wise, opened its door to students in the fall of 1954. Prior to this, there was no public college in Virginia west of Radford University. This meant that young people in this part of the Commonwealth had no nearby model of higher learning to which they could aspire. They had no visible symbol of the challenge and opportunity that higher education offers until this college was born. Over the past 60 years, the College at Wise has evolved from its modest beginning into one of the nation's top public liberal arts colleges. And now, we have Donna Price Henry to lead the college into its next period of growth. Donna is the ideal person to build on the momentum built by the strong leaders who preceded her and to take the college to even higher levels of achievement in the future. You will hear more about Donna's talents and capabilities from other speakers. The theme for this inauguration is Minds on Opportunity, Hearts on Service. How appropriate for this new chancellor. Donna Price Henry has both a good head and a good heart. She is committed to creating new academic opportunities for UVA-Wise students. At the same time, she is dedicated to serving the citizens of this region and the entire Commonwealth. The University of Virginia is a family. Our family has connections in Charlottesville, here in Wise, and in places across the country and around the world. wherever our alumni and our friends live. Today, we welcome Donna, her husband, Alan, and their daughters, Jessie and Margaret, to our family. We are delighted to have them join us, and we look forward to many years of productive work together. Donna, on the occasion of your installation as the 8th Chancellor of the College at Wise, I thank you for your deep commitment to this institution and to this region. And I charge you with the task of providing strong day-to-day leadership while shaping a superb future for the University of Virginia's College at Wise. I know that you are well prepared for the task and eager to embrace the challenge. And I look forward to applauding your success in the years ahead.
Members of the Platform Party and the Henry family, honored guests, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends. In Southwest Virginia, we love to tell a good story. We learned the craft of good storytelling from our founding chancellor, Papa Joe Smitty, and we've been telling our college's inspiring story ever since. The University of Virginia's College at Wise story is one of vision, opportunity, and heart. And the narrative always includes a good dose of determination mixed in. because we own that scrappy, can-do spirit of taking action and achieving results that define us. Yes, from our founding tale of Sam Crockett, the three wise men, and the county poor farm, to our present storyline of more robust academic and co-curricular programs, new facilities, and ever-expanding outreach, UVa-Wise is no ordinary college. Inaugurations mark beginnings, and today we are beginning a new chapter in the UVa-Wise story, a chapter that introduces a new main character, Donna Price Henry. I was privileged to chair the search committee that recommended the three finalists for the chancellorship to President Sullivan. From our committee members' first encounter with Donna, we knew that she was exceptional. During these last months, the UVa-Wise board members and I have gotten to know and work closely with Donna. Our members believe that she embodies the values, the intellect, and the work ethic necessary to steer UVa-Wise forward on a bold, achievable course. She understands what we do here matters. It matters immensely. The UVa-Wise board, comprised of talented, devoted citizens, is charged with and committed to serving UVa-Wise. Donna Price Henry has responded to the call to serve our college as our chancellor. The board members, Donna, and all of us are embarking on a shared adventure of opportunity and service in this new chapter of the UVa-Wise story. Today, we are writing just the first chapter. And Donna, we can't wait for what comes next. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chancellor Henry, on behalf of the faculty at UVa-Wise, I congratulate you on your inauguration as the 8th Chancellor of the college. As you may have realized by now, we take our history seriously around here, and we're particularly proud of our connection to Thomas Jefferson, a man who may never have set foot in this part of the state, but whose fingerprints are all over campus. We remember Jefferson for many reasons, including his emphasis on the importance of self-government, that is, government by the people, the very foundation of America's democracy. He applied this same ideal to the university he founded. When the University of Virginia opened in 1825, it had just 8 faculty members, but Jefferson expected them to instruct students, all 68 of them, as well as help with the administration of the university. The school has grown a little bit, spawning our college down here, but the significance of faculty self-governance endures. Chancellor Henry, I call on you to remember the faculty's dual role of instructing the students of UVa-Wise and helping you in your job of recommending policies and programs that will best promote the interests of the college. I urge you to remember that while you are the chief administrator here, you are also a member of the faculty, and that we, your peers, are partners in your important task. At the same time, I call on the rest of the faculty to remember that the concept of self-governance doesn't only mean that we get to complain when some policy doesn't suit our tastes, although that is pretty cathartic. It calls us to participate in, not just react to, the governance of the college. So, with pride and enthusiasm, let us join our new chancellor and help lead UVa-Wise into its bright and promising future. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jessica Necessary, and I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Staff Council, and I'm representing the staff on this momentous occasion. Over the past year, I've had the pleasure of working with Chancellor Henry in a variety of capacities. While serving as a cabinet member, I have worked with her at numerous campus events and have heard her words of wisdom and encouragement to not only the students, but also the faculty and staff as well. I've even had the opportunity to act with her daughter Margaret in the community theater production last December. Over the past year, the Chancellor has been faced with numerous challenges, from the obscure to the serious. With each situation, Chancellor Henry took charge and worked with the campus community and outside authorities to ensure the safety of the campus. In addition, she has showed leadership and teamwork by serving on numerous community boards and committees. The climate of higher education today, as always, has been one of constant evolution to meet the needs of the students. To fulfill our college mission, the entire campus must work together. The staff of this institution is comprised of intelligent, talented, and dedicated individuals who pledge their support to Chancellor Henry and the college community. As staff members, we must utilize our skills and talents to further UVa-Wise and be ready to act when Chancellor Henry calls for our support. Working together towards the future, we can further our mission to educate students and enrich the lives of others. In conclusion, let me say congratulations to Chancellor Henry, and thank you to the staff and faculty of UVa-Wise for making this a shining example of higher education. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Larry Mcreynolds, Alumni Association President, representing over 9,000 alumni across the globe. We, the Alumni Association of the University of Virginia's College at Wise, do hereby endeavor to fully support Chancellor Donna Price Henry in her efforts to move the college forward by remembering our past and embracing the future. Our call to service is for you to maintain a strong tie to our liberal arts heritage while expanding our STEM-H initiative and the resources to recruit and maintain excellent faculty, staff, and students to make UVa-Wise a first-choice institution. We shall endeavor to forge lifelong connections to our current students and alumni to their alma mater. Focus our efforts to increase alumni participation in giving of their time, energy, and resources. Strive to engage alumni by enhancing social and networking and volunteer opportunities. Increase prospective students and admissions outreach, and continue to grow alumni travel and fundraising activities. Congratulations, Chancellor Henry, and thank you for the opportunity to work together to achieve greatness for our alma mater. Thank you.
Adjust this thing. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Try that again. Good afternoon. All right, let's try to make this fun. This inauguration of Chancellor Henry. Well, when I was told I was going to be giving the student speech today at Chancellor Henry's inauguration, I tried to think about what would be the best way. And quickly, I realized that I should speak from the heart. On account of my nerves, I decided against that, so I've prepared a speech. And a little shaky. So, good afternoon, Highland Cavaliers. It is my sincere honor to be here today with all of you in this historic moment in the life of the college. Now, to start you all off with the classic quote of optimism, I want you all to know that life, everyone, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Saying that, it is known that in life one will learn that hardship is inevitable. Obstacles arise, and molehills can quickly turn into mountains, as we all know. This is especially true in the college setting, when upcoming adults experience firsthand how to cope and adapt to an ever-changing environment, which is meant to challenge the individual mentally and emotionally. Author John Cocker once said, "The core of man's spirit comes from new experiences." I truly believe in this. With such a new and unique experience to give, college is truly about leadership and building the you of tomorrow. Whether it be leadership in an organization, the classroom, or even leadership in self-management, the college atmosphere, especially here at UVa-Wise, creates one of adventure, responsibility, and encouragement. Like UVA-Wise, an institution of higher learning is not built on such principles of scholarship and dedication without the leadership of great visionaries devoted to a future of improvement and progress. We here at UVA-Wise have been so lucky to experience such leadership. I had the pleasure today to sit with Sally and Rex Baird, and I've given multiple years of their lives devoted to this college. Leadership such as Jacob Somerville, who has planned this inauguration for us today. These leaders make this college what it is today. Leaders like that of David J. Pryor, the 7th Chancellor of UVa-Wise, was a man that motivated the University of Virginia's College at Wise towards a path of modernization and eventually a road to innovation. Anyone that was lucky enough to have been able to know Chancellor Pryor knew that he was a dreamer that cared deeply about the Highland Cavalier family and our great institution. David and Mary Lou were always here to inspire and encourage us to grow as individuals and to push on, especially with a smile. Chancellor Pryor always demanded that one must always look to find the real light in a dark situation. And whether appropriately speaking, it's not about when the storm will pass, but rather how long you get to feel the rain. His legacy of commitment and compassion will always live on here today in the Convocation Center as the house that David J. Pryor built. Now, a new legacy has been born, and after more than a year before us today sits Chancellor Henry, the 8th Chancellor of UVa-Wise. During my tenure on the student government, it has been my pleasure to work with Chancellor Henry very extensively. During her assimilation to the college and community, I've realized how proud David Pryor would be. UVA-Wise has found our light in the dark, and now we're dancing in the rain. And the next page is over here. Chancellor Henry, in work and life, continues to carry a mindset of optimism and engagement. In her time at the college, she has learned more names and more faces than I could ever possibly imagine. But more importantly, she's learned the true characters behind those faces. When engaging with Chancellor Henry, one is greeted with a smile, a firm handshake, and a how are you. Needless to say, she fits into the Wise community just right. Donna, since her union with UVa-Wise, has impressed time and time again. She has proved herself a leader who knows how to turn dreams into realities for both our students and our college. Additionally, she has proved herself a warrior, specifically being a Floridian and enduring the snows of Wise. But also for never quitting on what truly makes our college great. Now, amongst all the wonderful characteristics Miss Donna Henry possesses, she is a visionary. Chancellor Henry examples the very ideals of which this very college was founded on almost 60 years ago by the 3 wise men. Once a poor farm, the University of Virginia's College at Wise now stands strong as a public liberal arts institution dedicated to its students and built by the endurance and commitment of many devoted leaders. Chancellor Henry is no doubt one of those great individuals that will continue to help, transform, and expand our horizons as Highland Cavaliers. And for that, I am proud to call the 8th Chancellor of the University of Virginia's College at Wise, Mrs. Donna P. Henry, our Chancellor. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Our keynote speaker is Roy McTarnigan, President Emeritus of Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers, Florida. Mr. McTarnigan was the founding president of FGCU, which opened in August 1997 with 2,600 students. Now FGCU boasts enrollment of over 12,000 undergraduates. Donna Price Henry, as a member of the founding faculty at FGCU, worked with Mr. McTarnigan during his presidency, and she says that he served as a wonderful role model for her. Over the years, after he retired, Mr. McTarnigan served as her mentor as she developed as the Dean of FGCU's College of Arts and Sciences. As you will note in your program, Mr. McTarnigan enjoyed an extraordinary 41-year career in higher education, including serving as Director of the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia. Mr. McTarnigan, we're delighted that you could be here today, and we welcome you back to Virginia.
I bring greetings to the platform party, to the friends, especially to the family. I'm so happy to see you again. To elected officials, distinguished guests, and especially faculty, students, and administration of UVA-Wise. 44 years ago, on my first visit to Clinch Valley College, I said to then Chancellor and my old friend Joe Smitty, "Joe, this is a long way from Richmond. In fact, it's a long way from almost any other place I've been." And you know what he said? He said, Roy, we are centrally located. We're right in the middle of Wise County. Well, you're centrally located when you bloom where you're planted and reach out to provide service to the people in an area that desperately needed kind of excitement, intellectual stimulation, and service support that this college has been given over the years. When I first moved to Richmond and started to get acquainted with the great qualities of the University of Virginia, one of the staff members at the Council of Higher Education said to me, you know, if a letter comes here to Richmond and it only has one line on the address and it says the university, you know where it goes? It goes to Charlottesville. I said, really? He said, in fact, if it has the on it, especially T-H-E-E, it will go to Charlottesville. I know my friends from Charlottesville appreciate that because they know it's true. Chancellor Henry has already immersed herself in the life of the region and the Commonwealth and is actively engaged in a number of very important organizations representing the region, the state, and internationally, nationally. She's no stranger to reaching out to a broad service area. There's something similar between Southwest Virginia and Southwest Florida, from whence she just came. When we started a new university in the southwest corner of Florida, it was 150 miles to the nearest four-year college and university. A great service area to reach out. You folks here know how critical that is, to reach out and provide the economic engine which it is for the region, to stimulate young minds, give them opportunities for careers and advancement, and to engage people in service projects, which I've heard so much about and from which we also in Florida have always engaged our students as part of their graduation requirements, a public service commitment. It was my privilege as university president to watch Donna Henry develop her interests and talents in becoming an outstanding professor, keenly interested in student development and faculty research, and support herself in very many community service projects. And in that visibility and service, she endeared herself to her fellow faculty and subsequently was elected president of our faculty senate. Those of you who are faculty know how challenging that can be. But in our institution, being the chair of the faculty senate also provides one the chance to serve on our board of trustees. And she did that admirably. And in becoming dean of arts and sciences, a very large college with several thousands of students, created the kind of teamwork and spirit that was an exemplary opportunity for the students to learn about. Our loss is your gain, and I am so proud to see someone of such talent come here to Southwest Virginia and become your chancellor. As we selected new people for our campus, I would tell our interview teams and folks that I would interview, there are three kinds of people in the world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who say, what happened? Huh? You can, self-identification, we had a little test at lunch. This is part of the test. Self-identification. Which one are you? Donna, as you know, is somebody that can make things happen. But, you know, part of the test reminded me of my primary school days when I understood my grades in writing and arithmetic and spelling, but there was a category that I had to go home and ask my mother about it. A little line in evaluation, sees what needs to be done and does it. And I didn't know what that meant when I was 6 and 7. And she said it means, you know, if it's time to pick up things in your room, fine. If it's time to take out the garbage, empty the ashes from the furnace, you know, Do your homework on time. You know, folks, the older you get, the more you realize that's probably the most important evaluation in life. That sees what needs to be done and does it. And I bring that up because that's Donna. She will involve you in the decision process. She will ask your advice. She will listen carefully. But she will set a timeline that we need to make a decision by a certain date. Thank you very much. And it will get done. But you will all feel that she listened to you. She cared, weighing all these challenges. If there's a challenge, as there frequently are with faculties and students, I will predict she'll come down by asking you, well, what's the best decision for the students? It's not me, you, it's what's best for the students. I would characterize her leadership style and skills in the following way. Understands the mission and goals of the organization. Second, vision. Sees what needs to be done and does it. Third, has a knowledge base. Understands the best practices in this type of organization. Has seen excellence in action. Observed successful leaders. Fourth, knows where and how to recruit competent associates. Fifth, is committed to delegating authority and responsibilities to competent associates and to reward successful outcomes. Six, strives for continuous improvements in product and services. Seventh, leads by example, creates a culture of sharing and completing tasks on time. And eight, helps staff grow and develop new skills, focusing upon serving clients successfully. That's the mark of a leader. You know, it's hard in a college, university. Some of you from the community wonder, how do you ever get things done? You have all these committees, right? You study things and ask. I had a friend who was vice chancellor of an Australian university. In the Commonwealth countries, the chancellor is an honorific title, but the vice chancellor is the chief operating officer. And he said to me one day, being a vice chancellor or university president is like being the head groundskeeper in a cemetery. While there are a lot of people under you, no one is listening. I think President Sullivan, Chancellor Henry, there are days like that, you know. I'm sure you feel that, but with the proper mix of knowledge and patience and the commitment to the ultimate goals, we pull the strings to get folks back together, make decisions. You know, she needs all of you in this room and all the folks in the community to help her. This is a team effort. It's not about the chancellor. You know, I've helped start 5 institutions. And you need to get some really strong people who can do a lot of things at the same time. When you have a small staff, just like when Clinch Valley College started, they had a few folks. They each had to dance and chew gum and sing all at the same time. So it's teamwork. You know, we can learn a lot about teamwork and give and take from the animal kingdom. And I've picked a little story just to show how geese, that's right, geese work together. Fact 1, as each goose flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the birds that follow. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% greater flying range than if each goose flew alone. And the lesson there is that people who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they're going quicker and easier because they're traveling on the thrust of one another. Fact 2, when a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of flying alone. It quickly moves behind and back into the formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front of it. And our lesson is that if we have as much sense as a goose, we stay in formation with those headed where we want to go. We are willing to accept their help and give our help to others. Fact 3, When the lead goose tires, it rotates back into the formation, and another goose flies in to take the point position. In our lesson, it pays to take turns doing the hard tasks and sharing leadership. As with geese, people are independent on each other's skills, capabilities, and unique arrangements of gifts, talents, and resources. Fact 4, the geese flying in formation honk to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. Oh, you've all heard that. In our lesson, we have to make sure that our honking is encouraging. In groups where there is encouragement, the production is a whole lot greater. The power of encouragement to stand by one's heart or core values and encourage those in others is the quality of honking that we seek. And the 5th fact, when a goose gets sick, wounded, or shot down, 2 geese drop out of formation and follow it down to help and protect it. They stay with it until it dies or is able to fly again. Then they launch out with another formation to catch up with the flock. Our lesson, if we have as much sense as geese, we will stand by each other in times that are difficult, as well as when we're strong. You know, while we're honoring Donna today, inauguration is not just about one person, it's about the goals and objectives of the university. Because this is a family, and that family has to work together to stay together and to be successful together. The vision for the future, we've heard that wonderful word vision, to grow and prosper by reaching out to supporters. And most of us in this business realize you can be an average institution with the kind of state funding that generally comes in most of our states. To be excellent, you have to reach out and get private support and look for gifts and contributions from alumni, businesses, and friends. And I know Donna will work hard at that. I know this institution has had a wonderful track record in receiving outside funds. There are always unfilled gaps. This, from the time I came and told Joe how far it was from Richmond, to come in here yesterday and see the growth of this campus was just mind-boggling to me. Wow. It's so exciting to see what has happened. And I realize the intellectual and financial engine this is for the region of Southwest Virginia. How lucky you are to be here. How lucky you are to work here, to send your children to college here. Chancellor Henry understands how this institution developed, and I know is prepared to take it onward to the next level as she has been challenged by the board. The university is well positioned. And though we have lost her from Florida, I come here with a happy heart to welcome her and encourage the great success that I know will be hers and yours at UVa-Wise. Beverly and I are pleased to be with you, Donna, on this special day and bring you greetings from your fellow faculty, administrators, and students at Florida Gulf Coast University. Congratulations.
Greetings. It's my pleasure to be here, as well as the members of the Board of Visitors of the University of Virginia. Indeed, this is an historic day. It's a glorious day. But it was also a glorious day when we met as a board here in Wise to approve the appointment under the leadership of former Rector Helen Dragas, to approve the appointment of Donna Price Henry as the 8th Chancellor of the University of Virginia's College at Wise. We have great expectations for Donna, and we've already grown very, very fond of her. In fact, she's affectionately known here as Henry VIII. But it's important for the board to be here today, not only because this institution is very important to us, but also because we want Donna to know that we support her, but not just today, but always. As President Sullivan mentioned, the College of Wise was founded 60 years ago to educate young men and women from Southwest Virginia. But I submit to you that that mission has expanded, because today the college not only educates men and women from Southwest Virginia, but from all over the nation and indeed all over the world. It is truly a remarkable institution, and we are very, very proud of this institution and what it means to this community. I'm here as a representative to present the woman who will carry the leadership of this university forward. Her selection as chancellor was the result of a comprehensive national search, and she has made her mark on the university and this community already. And as President Sullivan mentioned, she's already initiated a new strategic plan called Envisioning 2020. Chancellor Henry has the skills and the dedication to lead the college to new levels of scholarship, excellence, and achievement. Indeed, Mr. Jefferson would be very proud. And now the fun part. Alan, would you and Jesse and Margaret please join me on the stage? And Madam Chancellor, would you please? Would you raise your right hand and put your left hand on the Bible? By the constitutional command as rector of the University of Virginia, I ask you, do you solemnly swear that you will discharge and perform the duties incumbent upon you as chancellor of the University of Virginia's College-Wise to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I do.
In the name of the rector and the visitors of the University of Virginia, I hereby install you as the 8th chancellor of the University of Virginia's College-Wise with authority and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you.
And I neglected to mention we were assisted by Chancellor Emeritus Smitty. Okay.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, Rector Martin, President Sullivan, Ms. Gillum, visitors, board members, platform party, former chancellors, and all who are gathered here to celebrate and reaffirm our commitment to the University of Virginia's College-Wise. Thank you for your belief in our beloved college and your confidence in my ability to serve as your chancellor. You have my pledge to lead, to contribute, to create, to join you in making a difference at UVa-Wise. To our founders and builders over the past 60 years, I will hold dear the great achievements and sacrifices you have made to form and guide this institution. Every day on this campus, I see the fruits of your vision and labor and feel your passion and courage. This is a unique joy and a humbling responsibility. My family and I came to these beautiful Appalachian mountains a little over 1 year ago, ready for a new adventure. We were welcomed graciously, and we all now call Wise home. One question I'm frequently asked is, What has surprised you most about the college or community that you now belong in? My answer is always this: there have been no surprises. UVa-Wise is who it purports to be, authentic to its core and a true part of this community. And that is a rare thing in academia. Our mission to engage minds and hearts in opportunity and service as a public liberal arts college is constant and deep. And the people who uphold this mission are many and diverse. Our faculty, staff, and students, surely, but also our colleagues at the university, our federal and state representatives, our board members, alumni, donors, parents, community leaders, and friends all stand up for and behind UVa-Wise. This buoys me and encourages me every day as your Chancellor. A poem I keep near and read often is Remember by Joy Harjo. 2 lines read, remember that you are all people and that all people are you. Remember that you are this universe and that this universe is you. I believe in the broad education that the liberal arts imbues because I believe in people. I believe each of us enjoys a birth endowment of possibility, and that teaching and learning form the gateway that make possibility a reality. I believe a broad education in the liberal arts is the best path toward effective citizenship, personal and collective prosperity, and a life well lived. One observer of leadership noted that the question we should ask ourselves first is not, what are we going to do, but who do we intend to be? So, who do we intend to be? The University of Virginia's College at Wise intends to be nationally recognized as a quality liberal arts institution. Let me repeat that. UVa-Wise intends to be nationally recognized as a quality liberal arts institution from this place and these mountains in this Commonwealth. So now to the second question. What are we going to do? Our new strategic plan, Envisioning 2020, is our roadmap. At the center of Envisioning 2020 is teaching and learning, because improving students' educational experience is primary. We're ratcheting up efforts in collaborative, active learning so that our engaged teaching and learning culture flourishes. We are and will continue to invest in our faculty by offering competitive salaries and by providing a supportive environment. A summer bridge program that begins this summer and peer success tutors will encourage and spur students toward achievement. UVa-Wise will examine the economic and quality of life landscape of Southwest Virginia and the Commonwealth and seek out new academic opportunities that match identified needs, such as we're now doing in modeling and simulation. National accreditation in chemistry, business, and music is on the horizon and will augment our accredited programs in nursing, education, computer science, and software engineering. And UVa-Wise will incorporate the best practices and technology in every discipline, so students, whether they are majoring in the social sciences, history, communication, or literature, will benefit as much from the strengths of technology as do students in the natural sciences. Our Envisioning 2020 plan champions curiosity and connections. We will better connect our curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular programs so that students have one identifiable and dynamic UVa-Wise experience. By codifying our students' service in our communities and region, service learning will become an integral part of our academic program, and we will feed curiosity and promote intellectual rigor by greatly expanding our exceptional undergraduate research program that is producing graduates who not only excel in their careers, but also excel in graduate programs in some of our nation's most prestigious universities, such as the University of Virginia, the University of Chicago, and Duke University. We take the word public seriously here. UVa-Wise is a public institution, a Virginia institution, inextricably linked to the Great Southwest. The challenges our region faces over the next 6+ years are considerable, but our resolve is strong. With our many partners, we are reimagining Southwest Virginia's future, building stronger alliances and working in concert toward renewal and prosperity. UVa-Wise is an essential team player and is helping to recruit new businesses and industries, creating and supporting a cadre of entrepreneurs, and leading the development of strategic blueprints in advanced manufacturing, among other priorities. Our college is an economic engine in and of itself and is one of the largest employers in Wise County. Our planned 30% growth in the student body by 2020 and the resulting growth in the number of faculty and staff will boost our local economy and create synergies that even we might not foresee. UVa-Wise is dedicated to Southwest Virginia and always will be. However, our faculty and staff and local businesses and communities are welcoming more and more students from outside our historical service area, who now comprise 50% of our student body. The diversity and talent that students from Fairfax or Chesapeake or North Carolina or from the 13 foreign countries our students represent energize and expand our intellectual enterprise and our collective prosperity. For Southwest Virginia's high school students, and to make possible a better future for our region, UVa-Wise will establish a residential academy in STEM, science, technology, education, and mathematics, in collaboration with our K-12 partners. And we will continue to seek new outreach avenues that leverage our current work in the visual and performing arts, education, athletics, and business and professional services. Our college will do all of these things and thrive because we are fortunate to have remarkable employees, alumni, friends, and a parent institution that gives us the extraordinary capacity for innovation and growth. Our endowment now stands at $65 million and is bigger than endowments at several older and larger universities in Virginia. 2/3 of our endowment supports scholarships for our students, which will continue to be a top priority of our donors and this Chancellor. Since its founding in 1954, UVa-Wise has been a part of our nation's greatest public university, the University of Virginia. We share operational processes, of course, but through the support of the Board of Visitors, President Sullivan and her leadership team, we're working closely on recruitment and admissions initiatives, on business development, health and education through the Appalachian Prosperity Project, and on undergraduate academic program opportunities and the exploration of graduate programs on our campus. So that is what we're going to do. I know I can count on you to help me accomplish this worthwhile, vital, and as one of our college's closest friends often says, audacious agenda. As Thomas Jefferson noted in his first inaugural address, the presence of many whom I see remind me that I shall find resources of wisdom, of virtue, and of zeal on which to rely under all difficulties. You didn't think I was going to finish the inaugural address without a quote from TJ, did you? And so, you, all of you, me, together, minds on opportunity, hearts on service. Let us begin. Thank you.
Thank you again for being with us. This concludes the inaugural ceremony. After the recessional, please join us for a reception in Chancellor Henry's honor. The reception will be held on this level behind the stage in the Lakeview Room. Convocation Center staff will pull back the curtains if you would like to walk by the stage to the Lakeview Room. There's the curtains behind me. Or you may exit to the upper concourse and walk to my left to access the stairs and an elevator to the lower level. Please stand and remain standing until the recessional has left the floor. Grand Marshal and Faculty Marshals, will you come forward?
Thank you.